Let me take you back to the world of the 12 apostles, men who walked alongside Jesus, witnessed his miracles, and devoted their lives to spreading his teachings. The 12 apostles were chosen by Jesus to be his closest followers, carrying the message of hope and salvation to the ends of the earth. But their journey was anything but easy. Their dedication often led to persecution, exile, and even death. In this video, we'll explore the lives of these remarkable men and the tragic ends they met as they fulfilled their divine missions. Peter, originally named Simon, was a humble fisherman before being called to follow Jesus. Known for his fiery personality and unshakable faith, Peter became the leader of the apostles, often acting as their spokesperson. He famously walked on water toward Jesus, only to falter when his faith wavered. After Jesus' ascension, Peter traveled far and wide to preach, eventually reaching Rome. There, during Nero's persecution of Christians, Peter was sentenced to crucifixion. Tradition holds that Peter requested to be crucified upside down, deeming himself unworthy to die in the same manner as Christ. His martyrdom solidified his role as the rock upon which the church was built. Andrew, Peter's brother, was the first apostle called by Jesus. Known for his humility, Andrew introduced others to Christ, including the boy with the loaves and fishes in the miracle of feeding the 5,000. Andrew's missionary journeys took him to places as far as Scythia, Greece, and Asia Minor. In Patras, Greece, he was arrested for spreading the gospel. Refusing to renounce his faith, he was crucified on an X-shaped cross, where he hung for 2 days, preaching to onlookers until his final breath. James the Greater, the son of Zebedee, was part of Jesus' inner circle, along with Peter and John. He witnessed significant events such as the Transfiguration and Jesus' agony in the Garden of Gethsemane. After Jesus' resurrection, James preached in Judea and Spain. Around 44 AD, he became the first apostle to be martyred when King Herod Agrippa VI ordered his execution by beheading. His death is a powerful reminder of the early church's struggles and sacrifices. John, the brother of James the Greater, was known as the beloved disciple. He stood by Jesus even at the crucifixion and was entrusted with the care of Mary, Jesus' mother. John's long life was marked by persecution, including being boiled in oil, an attempt that miraculously failed to kill him. He was later exiled to the island of Patmos, where he wrote the Book of Revelation. Tradition holds that John eventually died of natural causes in Ephesus, the only apostle to escape martyrdom, though his life was far from peaceful. Philip was among the first apostles to follow Jesus and often acted as a bridge, bringing others to Christ. His missionary work took him to Asia Minor, particularly Hierapolis, where he performed miracles and converted many. His outspoken faith angered local authorities, leading to his crucifixion. Accounts state that Philip was nailed to a cross and then stoned, a harrowing death that demonstrated his unwavering commitment to spreading the gospel. Bartholomew is often associated with Nathanael, who Jesus described as an Israelite indeed, in whom there is no deceit. Bartholomew traveled extensively, preaching in India, Armenia, and Mesopotamia. In Armenia, he was flayed alive, a particularly gruesome form of execution, before being beheaded. Despite the horror of his death, his dedication left an indelible mark on the early Christian church. Matthew, formerly a despised tax collector, underwent a remarkable transformation after being called by Jesus. He authored the Gospel of Matthew, offering a detailed account of Jesus' teachings and miracles. Matthew's missionary journeys took him to Persia and Ethiopia, where he spread the gospel. Tradition suggests he was killed in Ethiopia, possibly by stabbing, as a result of his unwavering devotion to Christ. Thomas is best remembered for doubting Jesus' resurrection until he touched his wounds. However, his faith grew immensely, leading him to carry the gospel to distant lands. Thomas traveled to India, where he established one of the world's oldest Christian communities, known today as the Mar Thoma Church. He was martyred near Chennai, speared to death for his faith. James the Lesser, sometimes called the Just, was a significant leader in the early church in Jerusalem. Known for his piety and devotion, he played a key role in uniting Jewish and Gentile Christians. His death came at the hands of an angry mob, who stoned him for refusing to renounce his faith in Christ. Thaddeus, also known as Jude, traveled extensively, spreading the gospel in Mesopotamia, Syria, and Persia. His missionary work was often overshadowed by others, but his contributions were vital to the early church. Thaddeus met his end when he was beaten to death with a club, a fate that highlighted the danger of his calling. Simon, known for his intense zeal for the Jewish faith before following Jesus, became equally passionate about spreading the gospel. He preached in North Africa and possibly Britain. Simon's death is shrouded in legend, with accounts ranging from crucifixion to being sawn in half. His zeal for Christ remained unwavering to the end. Judas Iscariot, the apostle who betrayed Jesus, played a pivotal but tragic role in the gospel story. Overcome with remorse after betraying Jesus for 30 pieces of silver, Judas returned the money and took his own life by hanging. His story serves as a cautionary tale of the devastating consequences of greed and betrayal. The apostles' sacrifices were immense. They faced ridicule, persecution, and horrific deaths, yet their legacy endures. Their unwavering commitment laid the foundation for Christianity, inspiring billions across the ages. If you found these stories compelling, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into biblical history.